Alright, so Wadjet Eye Games, Wormwood Studios, they also made Strangeland, another very good post-apocalyptic point-and-click adventure game, which I hope to also play at some point. All the Wadjet Eye games are pretty good for the most part. This one's supposed to be one of their best, and so far, I've enjoyed it. Puzzles aren't too hard. Story's pretty good. You play as Horatio. Yeah, let's just start it up. Gotta load the game. Horatio has a sidekick named Crispin. Voice-cracking sidekick. So we blew this door open, and now we're going in. See what's in there. All is great, besides moving. How's things been? Job still good? Yeah, job is great. No complaints with the job, but we went back to work. Hybrid schedule, which I'm fine with. Hope they don't make it 5 days a week. But it is what it is. Yeah, job is doing good. Everything's good. I'm just done with winter right now. We might get more snow on Saturday, and that's another part of what's really hampering the move. So, it's like every time we're ready to go out there is like a major snowstorm or some bad weather coming up. Either the contractors cancel on us, or we end up running over there and then running back in the middle of a storm. So, yeah, I need spring to start.
Think Big Ugly's in there?
If he is, so's our power core.
Maybe we should go back and get another bomb from the shrine first?
We don't need a bomb, and we don't want him to get any farther away. Come on.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're going after this giant robot.
What is this place?
The giant robot stole our power core. I believe, you know, it was a power core that powered our ship. We need to track this guy down. We made it all the way here. We think he might be here. We'll see. Have a look around.
Hello. Welcome to Metropole Reclamation Artery Junction 8B.
We're assuming we're on Earth. No humans are alive at this point. We're all robots.
Who are you?
I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
You're a ticket dispensary, right?
Negative. I am official MetroPass booth 478B.
One ticket, please.
Please use the scanner to your right.
Okay, let's scan.
5 megacycles collected. You may collect your MetroPass now.
Metro Pass. Alright, well that's one item that we've added. Trying to get to the item menu and not popping up. I don't have any items in here? Hang on. And we're getting raided by synthetic pound cake. Look at that. Wait till the commercial's over. Hey, pound cake, how's it going? Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. How have you been? It's been a little while. I'm back. I haven't moved yet, but I'm back. Things are going taking a little longer than I thought, so. But thank you. How's it going? Were you playing Elden Ring today?
We should definitely explore the cliffside arcology next.
The what?
Cliffside Arcology.
I guess we haven't found that yet.
Doing okay? I need a break. Yeah, some more Elden Ring. Yeah, I got it. That game, Souls-like, right? Congrats on the new place, by the way. Thank you, thank you. We actually closed on it last week in January. We're doing a lot of work on it. And the fact that, you know, we work during the week, it's in Jersey, it's just taking longer than we expected, so. But thank you. Yep, we're coming to Jersey. So why can't I get into his inventory? Hold on, something's up here. What are the options? Plugged in, right? We're going to the oranges. We're actually probably 20 minutes north of where we were looking in Union. So we're going to be off 280. I don't know why I can't access his inventory. He should have many items. I can access it that way. Alright, so we have a lantern, encryption module, the signal transmitter, Gospel of Man, plasma torch, data pouch, ticket, and the mobile sensor. Mobile sensor needs to be hooked up to a computer, I think, possibly. Yeah, I don't know, man. The iKey is not working tonight. Keyboard working at all?
I can't see anything to do with it.
I don't know. Alright. Well, we'll have to manually access. Remember, how you doing is a greeting, not a legitimate question. Oh, okay. Will do. Well, the area is great, and I hope the area is great and that you guys love it. Thank you, Pound Cake. Yeah, once this whole COVID thing blows over and things are copacetic and I'm settled in, we should chill some night, hang out, play some games, something. Thank you. Control panel.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, for those of you who are just joining us from Synth's channel, we are playing Primordia. It's a post-apocalyptic game. Supposedly it takes place on Earth. We don't know for sure. But all the humans are dead. We're a robot. We create other robots. Planet's full of robots. Some goon robot came and stole our power supply, and we're chasing after him to find it. We need it for our ship, so we can power it up and get the heck out of here. At least that's what I think we're gonna do.
I can't see anything to do with it.
Can't see anything to do with the barrier? For some reason my keyboard isn't working. The game.
Futile.
Noodle. There we go. Like an old subway?
Train 173, red line to Metropole. All aboard.
See, boss, there is a train to Metropole.
So there is.
All aboard.
So, what's the plan, boss?
There is no plan, Crispin. No plan and no choices. We need power, and there's nowhere left to look out here. Energy for all it is.
Hooray!
Hooray. Alright. Hop on. Go for a ride. Metropole is considered the last city on the planet. At least that's what the radio commercials say. The text font reminds me of Fate of Atlantis or Sam & Max. Yes. It's also very similar to, Secret of Monkey Island.
Look at all those lights.
That's pretty cool.
It's amazing, boss.
It's trouble. Trust me.
Sweet, sweet trouble.
Not a weird thing at all. You're not the first person to point that out since I started playing it the other night. It's actually a cool thing. Okay, so Metropole is the city of
This
lights.
is Metropole? Where's all the glass and light?
Or at least we think it is.
Here it is. Boss, shouldn't we look around or something?
Have a look at what's left of this city, I guess.
Boss, is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
Some kind of blast crater. It's no longer operational.
Okay, so we had a radio back in our ship, and it kept advertising this city. This was like the last city. Go to it. City of glass and light, wonder and awe. Kind of like the Emerald City in
They really
Wizard of
roll
Oz,
out
I
the
think.
red carpet for visitors, huh, boss?
Doesn't look like it lives up to the hype. Sign here.
It says Blue Line.
Guess we won't be taking that train anytime soon.
Showed up on the red line. The blue line train tracks are what's left of it. Completely gone now.
Metropole's bleak skyline.
Look further in.
Boss, the energy sensor is going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Assad,
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
let's go find out.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
Can you tell me?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromine greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter. You are safe.
Being promised energy and
An
shelter.
outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Let go of him! Hey!
All contraband has been removed. You are safe.
Boss? Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine. My optical sensors went haywire for a minute. What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole." Again. And that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Assad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metro mine later.
So basically the book that they took from us that he said was contraband, or she said was contraband, is the Gospel of Man, which is basically a Bible for robots that explains how the robots came to be and how the humans created them. It was quite an interesting read. We had to read it in order to answer several questions to solve one riddle earlier. But I guess we won't be needing that anymore.
There's no way I can reach that.
We sent Crispin up for the lantern?
Could you grab that lantern?
No, I already got you a lantern, and it works just fine.
Of course
Fair
not.
enough.
You're not going to give us the lantern. Yep, we still have the lantern. Signal transmitter, yeah. It looks like the only thing we're really missing is the Bible. We'll find out on the way.
Hey, Tyra, over here.
Boss, even if there's some code to crack here so that we can understand what it's saying, I propose we just ignore it. Maybe, for
Hey,
once, the
Tyler,
other
over here.
robot can figure out how to communicate with us.
Agreed.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
Alright, let them talk to us.
Excuse me.
Terminate
Hey,
unwanted
Tyler, over
discharge immediately.
I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
Nobody here wants to talk to us. They're all jealous of us.
Hey, Tyro, you blow in off the dudes?
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is here.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home? Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metro Mine? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man. That floater there, I'll give you something special for him.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
All right, let's talk. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebuilt, version 7. You?
Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Built, version 1.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispin?
Crispy?
What are you selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metromine don't tax bartering. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
Okay, he's got some items for sale, or bartering at least. Servo unit, memory access device, part, small motor, finger, tape measure, fuel cell, abacus, and a crowbar. Obviously, we're going to need to trade with him for something. Just not right now, and I don't know what we have in our inventory that we would trade with him, so let's hold off on that. I was robbed when I came off the train. Were we robbed when we came? Well, yeah, technically we were. They took our Bible.
I was robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my Gospel of Man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromine don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! Your risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyro? You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. And even if you find it, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metromine's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper?
Worked for Metromine even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know that? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? But I wouldn't go picking trouble with it, Tyro. Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you're wearing like nothing.
Here, here.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, so we got a name. His name is Scraper. That's who we're looking for. Sure you don't know Ever Faithful? What are the underworks? Yeah, he's got a couple of more questions here. Let's ask.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
What are the underworks?
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters, facade, every kind of heavy machinery, all beneath the streets. Old Factor ran the place, built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody, not since Metromine pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble. Or from a ladder, I'd have picked a clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
You don't believe in humanism?
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in man?
I'm a progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves. And that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me and that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
So there's a little bit of a religious background to this game. Humanism is the belief that all the robots came from man. Man built them. Leopold over here doesn't believe in that. So he believes that robots started as simple little things and then they improved themselves. So it's a little bit of intrigue when it comes to the religion. Think of not believing in man, I guess, would be like not believing in dinosaurs for us.
Goodbye.
Possibly. I mean, dinosaurs didn't really create humans, but...
Anyone home?
No one home? This computer terminal says info. Let's see. Welcome. Metromind welcomes you to her city of Metropole. The city is a safe haven for all machines. System records indicate that you have come from Outskirts Station. All newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with local laws. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. Alright, so that's interesting. We could write something here. Of course, my keyboard is not working with the game. Why? I think I know why. Windows issue. There we go. If I type history. Metropole was built in layers by primordial robots, each generation improving on the last in an endless train of progress. At one time, the city was governed by a council, but by mutual agreement, sole power was bestowed upon Metromind, for whom the city is now named. Next. No such topic. Back. Yep. So let's go to landmarks. We'll put some locations on our map, I hope. In order to conserve energy and improve efficiency, only the city center is now accessible to Metropolitan Robot. Here one can find the framed council tower, rising high above Metropole, the old courthouse, and the historic central station, as well as Metropole's main street. For safety's sake, do not enter the underworks. Let me look up the underworks. The underworks are closed for public safety and will be reopened once additional repairs are complete. Thank you for your patience. Something tells me we're gonna go there, right? We're gonna have to explore the underworks at some point. Alright, so we met Leopold. Anybody who's just named Robot is just gonna... for us, I guess.
Fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Who knew some place could be so lively and so depressing all at once?
Crispin, if you kind of just hang out and not do anything for a while, Crispin will start talking. See what's back here.
Hey boss, look! That repair bot has a floating helper just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Well, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable.
Sorry guys, some buffoon's blasting his stereo outside, so I didn't want to talk at the moment. Yeah, so here we are. Crispin's in love. We got some things to look at here.
I can't safely grab it.
Can't safely grab it. So without grabbing it, we can't make it past there. Crash bus.
I'm not here to steal parts.
All storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing.
We have anything in our inventory to pick that up with? I doubt it. Not yet. Okay. See if we can go to the center of town. That's where that tower is, with the light source on top of it.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know. It's sealed
Knock, knock.
shut.
Gotta be a way inside.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Anything else here for us to do? If it's far too high for us, can Crispin get up there?
Not gonna happen, boss.
Nope. Console? Oh, okay. Looks like we need some, like, long password to get through this. Ah. How are we gonna find that out?
That's not it.
Alright, we'll come back to it. Just keep talking around town here. Maybe Leopold knows something. Nah, same stuff. Oh, actually, let's see what he has. Maybe he's got something that we could pick up that wire with. Crowbar, the servo unit, memory access drive. I'm thinking the crowbar. Motor, finger, abacus, fuel cell, tape measure. Let's go with the crowbar.
Fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years guaranteed.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Trade it to us for something shiny.
I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Alright, what can we trade him? Trade him the bird sensor, maybe?
The entire thing is fried. Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Please, for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I hope not.
We got a plug, we got a crystal.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
Top me off, will ya?
Okay, so either this is going to help us pick up that wire or it's going to help us get into that door. So let's try it. Oh, weird sounding robot.
Anyone home?
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
Let's try this.
It's too dangerous. The crowbar might conduct the electricity.
Got a point. Use the crowbar on the door. I doubt that's going to work either. We'll try it.
The edge is too tight for me to get any leverage.
Why don't you just try banging it?
Obviously, that wouldn't work.
No, but I could think of a great knock-knock joke.
Doesn't help us either. Crowbar on here on the track? I
There's
doubt
no
that's going
reason
to work.
damage it.
About on the
How
console.
would that even work?
Yeah, he's got a point. Can't use it there. Encryption module? Can we use that on the console?
No Urbanian encryption detected.
Yeah, I think we're pretty stuck here. Why did I buy a crowbar off him? Probably could have used the crystal anyway.
Let me see your stuff.
See what he's got.
Look,
Turbo unit. Battery. This is a finger. Is it a human finger?
Boss, it's a glass finger.
The glass
If I got
finger.
5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
you want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
Tape measure, fuel cell, abacus. Water chip? Plug board. Got a lot of things here. Don't need them yet.
Hey, Armstrong, top me off, will ya?
Nobody back here is going to want to talk to us. Have another look here. See much of anything happening back here.
Boss, do you remember what your prior versions were like?
No. I've told you 100 times there are a lot of corrupt sectors in my memory files.
Maybe Horatio version 4 was nice.
That's awful, Crispin. And we should talk to Crispin. He sometimes gives us hints as to what to
The only
do
thing
next.
keeping me from my one true love is that cable, boss. You know, boss, you never used to ask me for advice this often back before you got thrown out of the Unique. Do you think it's possible you damaged your processor in the fall? It seems like the sparks are only a problem at street level, boss. Good thing I can fly.
Oh, okay. So, if you keep talking to Crispin, he eventually gives you a hint or two. So, our priority is to get past that cable. We can't walk over the cable, but Crispin could float over it. Of course, I never understand when there's an obvious answer to a puzzle, so we can figure that out.
Not with that cable in the way.
But you just said you would fly over it.
I can't go any farther with that cable in the way.
But Crispin can.
Not with that cable in the way. I don't really want to try that.
I can't go any farther with that cable in the way.
Well, Crispin just said, thankfully he could float.
It seems like the sparks are only a problem at street level, boss. Good thing I can fly.
I guess he's being sarcastic.
Figure things out. I'm just a sidekick, boss.
All storage bladders empty.
We don't have anything that we could push that cable out of the way with.
That's never going to work.
Can't combine that.
Can't you do something about that cable?
According to my work order, I gotta finish salvaging this box first.
That's ridiculous.
Not my decision.
Figured he'd help us out.
The bus must have snapped the cable on the way down. Given the electricity it's spitting out, I can't get close to it.
Too bad we can't just plug it into the unique.
Yeah, we can't just plug it into Unique. Unique is our spaceship. It'd be nice if we could, because that's why we're here. We're looking for a power supply to get it off the ground with.
Not gonna happen, Lampy.
Crispin Horatio built, version 1. He'll be version 2 once I put some arms on him. He is my best and only friend.
Let's have him go to the cable.
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin. Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
That's all it took? Meanwhile, I'm looking for, like, a rag or something to pick it up with. Braxton Wise, how are you? Good evening. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Playing Primordia here. Did you play this recently? For some reason, I remember somebody played it recently. I can't remember if it was you or somebody else. Quite a cool game for point-and-click adventure. Glad to hear you're well.
Hey, boss, remember that time I brought that magnet back to the unique and accidentally wiped part of your memory?
No.
Yeah, aren't magnets great?
Alright, before we proceed, let's see if Crispin's gonna talk to this floater.
Hey, Crispin, why don't you go talk to her?
What? No way, boss. She's way out of my league.
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. You've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've never had to talk to one before, boss. Just knock them off ledges. I've got no practice.
That's right, Strangeland. Yes, that's what I remember. Yeah, same studio, Wormwood. That's definitely one I want to play in the future. This game is pretty cool, though. I like the whole post-apocalyptic humans are gods kind of storyline they got going here. Yeah, they are cool. Actually, somebody who works for Wormwood, I think, was in my channel last night. I didn't realize it until after the stream, but they were talking to me about the game and gave me a couple of cool non-spoiler hints when I got stuck. Yeah, they seem pretty cool. That robot's not going to talk to us?
Oswald Factorbuilt at your service.
It's no more your dear friend than Rex is your creation, you besotted gear oiler.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great rolling brownout.
Bitter? Bitter? I'll show you bitter, you backbiting butt snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
It was Between the Borders who stopped by. That was their Twitch handle.
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course. Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice. To prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuilt, created this marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo, if you catch my drift. The machine's name is Oswald Built. Rex Oswald Built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss? Would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
Yeah, I don't think I saw our dual names last night, but Between the Borders was here, and he was pretty cool. I had no idea he worked for Wormwood until after the fact, so kind of ignorant like that. It seems like a lot of the guys who work on the Wadjet games, whether they're from Wormwood or from another studio, usually pop into the cool.
How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
For?
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, old chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
James Spanos? Yeah, Wormwood has this game, they have Strangeland, and then they have a couple of other games which are not adventure games. You know, I'm pretty happy with most of the Wadjet games in general. I like their games together. You ever played a game called The Cat Lady? He worked on that for Harvester. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, I did not play that. Senor Jefe 1 played it at one point, and it looked really interesting. It had a pretty cool art style to it. Yeah, when I played Techno Babylon, a couple of people who worked on that game, mainly the main guy, I think, stopped by the channel from what I remember. I think that was the game where we had a giveaway. Oh. It's part of the trilogy called The Devil Came Through Here. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Cat Lady, I remember. I might actually own that. I have to look into my catalog of games. But I haven't played it. I remember Senor Jefe 1 playing it at some point.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you describe sounds like Scraper, Metromind's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
I also like the fact that all their games are voiced, so I don't have to read every single line. So, that's a plus.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
That Magank Metromine seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Metromine keeps all power sources in the Great Tower where the Council used to meet. If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yes, megacycles, you ninny. CPU cycles, brain power. The kind of power she really wants. Her low-rate processor was made for running trains, not a city.
Yeah, I think Wormwood is like their main project, and then when things are kind of like on the downside or they're not really working on anything for that, they'll branch off, they'll work with other studios as well, like you just said. Which makes sense, because if you're putting all your eggs in one basket, it's tough.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer...
He means Metromine.
Shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
Another raid.
And I have no stake in this.
Yes, well, but this is a matter of law. Not together a tin can like your companion.
09, what's up, Miss?
Is sound.
Mr. Crappy, thank you for the raid. All the raids. Yeah, I come back for 2 nights and we're getting raided and everybody's back in the channel. Appreciate the love. They're working on a dungeon crawler, actually? That's awesome. Mr. Crappy, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are... No, no worries on interrupting the dialogue. It's okay. At least it was subtitled. So, how's everybody doing? We're playing Primordia. It's a point-and-click adventure game, post-apocalyptic. I believe we're on Earth. All the humans have died, and the only people left are robots. And we're here in this city called Metropole. City of light and glass it's supposed to be, but it's a piece of crap, actually. And we're here to get our power source so we could power our ship. Possibly get the heck off this planet. If it is Earth. You too? Yeah, I hear you. No worries. How's it going, Mr. Crappy? What were you playing?
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald.
Shadow of Rome,
This
okay.
Horatio. Well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Shh.
Bloody hard?
Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party.
The what circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
I said quiet.
Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Blasted Sternweilers.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
This is ridiculous!
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler. Quad-core, linear type, or multiplex.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than Sternweiler builds. Second, every linear-type robot was built by Factor. Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen. Which of the following statements about the probabilitist circle cannot possibly be true?
Alright, I have no clue what they were just talking about, but we gotta pick which one isn't true. So we'll do that in a second. Let me do some shout-outs now that everyone's here, and I also need to shout out Static Pound Cake. Not when he came in. Hopefully the commands still work. I had to reset everything. I hadn't streamed in over a month. Your Hefe! How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Why the sad face? Yeah, definitely show Synthetic Pound Cake some love. Check him out. Hey, Big Will. Synthetic plays a lot of console games on real consoles. He's also been playing Elden Ring. And Mr. Crappy. Thank you as well for the shout out. Appreciate it. Mr. Crappy, give him a follow. He plays a lot of... FA, thank you for the subscription. 11 months, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mr. Crappy plays a lot of PS2 games. It's his favorite system. And he plays a lot of open world games. GTA and Driver and all that. Definitely check him out.
Shit, there she goes. Idiot. What are you doing?
I might have been Liberty Cities, I think. I could be wrong. But thank you guys for the raid. FA, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. For resubbing. So for those of you joining us, once again, we're playing Primordia at Wormwood Studios and Wadjet Games. And we need to solve this puzzle, but I have no clue what they were talking about because I didn't listen. 4 robots were built by Sternweiler. 5 robots were built by Factor. Could you repeat the question? Let's have him repeat it. No. It's going to be April. See, we're moving. Retro Think by next stream. Nice, Mr. Crappy. Full quality PS2. Here's the deal. We bought a house, me and my wife, and it's out of state. And with our work schedule and everything, it's just taking a long time to get things in order so we can move in. contractors and just getting work done over there. Plus the weather isn't really helping. So we're supposed to move this month, but we're not going to move until April. So because of that, I was like, what am I going to do for the next month? There's basically nothing to do here. I can't even pack because I'll be living out of boxes. No reason. So I'm like, let me go back to streaming at least for another 3 weeks up until April. And when we're ready to move, then I'll stop streaming. So we're here. We're streaming for a while. We're playing Primordia. That's how it goes. Eventually we'll move. Eventually I'll shut things down for a little bit. And when we do move, you know, I'll come back for the summer. We got a lot of games on the list that I want to play. I still want to play Darksiders 2 and all that, so... And then I'll put up Viewer's Choice. So you could buy some game choices with your viewer points. As I promised in your Hefe, he has a lot of points to spend. Shut it down! Ramsey immediately in my head. Shut it down for good. Got my points ready for Maniac Mansion. Yes. Yes. I'm actually going to buy Maniac Mansion if you select it, so.
Fresh victims for
all
the
good.
growing army of the undead.
Big Will 2K, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, so let them repeat the question and then we'll figure this out. This is like crazy nonsense. We're in a city of robots. There are no humans left. We're all robots.
Could you repeat the question?
Indeed. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor built or a stern Weiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than stern Weiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, stern Weiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
I have no idea. I even listened to that. 5 robots have linear processors. 5 robots have quad-core processor. I'm just gonna take a guess here. I'm gonna think 5 robots were built by factor.
5 robots were built by factor.
Failure? Failure? Clearly you are unfit to judge our case. Now go bother someone else.
Hey, that didn't work out. So basically there are branching paths here. They wanted us to figure out who should get to be named the creator of this junk robot that's in front of us.
You know, boss, I just liked hearing Oswald and Cornelius bicker. Let's go talk to them some more.
Yeah, let's try talking to them some more.
At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability
Try it again.
circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor built or a stern Weiler built. And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more factor-built robots than stern Weiler builds. Second, every linear type robot was built by factor. Finally, stern Weiler never built a robot with a quad-core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
We're just gonna have to keep guessing this until we find the right answer, aren't we? 5 robots have quad-core processors. 5 robots have linear processors. Let's go with 5 robots have linear processors.
5 robots have linear processors.
Failure? Failure? Clearly you are unfit to judge our case. Now go bother someone else.
Okay, so this game is playing with us now. We're just gonna have to just keep trying the answers until we find one.
Can I try again?
No.
What do you mean, no?
What if I could find someone you respect? Someone who would be willing to judge your case?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in looking.
No harm to us, anyway. If you want to waste your time meddling in our affairs, then I suppose it is yours to waste.
Very good then. I am uploading the facts of our dispute to your data pouch. If you can find a suitable judge, let us know.
Alright, so we just gotta find him a suitable judge. That whole quiz thing was nonsense. Do these robots have 3080s? Some of them might. Others might have 1080s. Apparently, each robot improves their build, or their maker improves their build. So, like, our main guy, Horatio here, he's version 5. Crispin, our sidekick, he's version 1. Eventually we're going to give him arms. At least we said we would. If we do that, he turns into version 2. So, yeah, we're kind of like a 50-80, I would say. For version 5.
Excuse me.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company, reporting.
Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nullbuilt, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Assad. Finally made a friendly and uses cracked as primer. No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Alright. Surly Company? Urbanian?
Surly Company. Urbanian? What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? Nah.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots. Long time back, Urbani and Metropole got to fighting over something, who knows what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropole's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we called Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
Yeah, we met Goliath on the first stream. Goliath's actually buried in the desert. He was partially destroyed, I guess, fighting this army. But, that's in the past now, so...
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ?
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
we could try opening the door. We do have the crowbar. How did the war end?
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it cancelled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged, and I'd probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out.
I try opening the door. Let's give that a shot.
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropole, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifle's jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer. Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Alright. So, basically, we need to get in here. We need to get this guy absolved of his sins. And we also need to figure out a way to remedy their quarrel. That's what Crispin has to say, our trusty
Sometimes
sidekick.
I think to myself, maybe you should be in charge.
Oh, really?
No. We've gotta find a way to clear the line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core. Not even for a gynoid. Well, maybe for a gynoid.
Alright, so at least we need to clear the line, so we need to take care of them. Take care of him.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
Floating robot wants something to do with us. What else we have? I think that's the end of this little platform.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home.
They're trying to fix the bus. I don't know how that's gonna go, but...
A rather simple-looking model.
Sad robot.
Bus
Fine.
stop. Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
Well, there you go.
There's gotta be someone in this city who can judge Oswald and Cornelius's case.
See if we can go find somebody to do that. Certainly not us. Talk to this robot. This is the red bus that he's waiting for. It will come. Yes, it will.
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus can hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromind can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
Yeah, this bus is never going to fly again. Poor sad robot's going to be waiting for it forever.
What happened here?
What does it look like? The airing bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only branch leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
Was anyone on board?
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
Salvaged? Not repaired?
Can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
What about building new parts?
Yeah, I mean, what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code. You got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
Mention Metromind.
You mentioned Metromind.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk? I want to know what I think. Metromind is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
Really?
Really. You, me, all these other machines grinding about, we're just tools in the toolbox. But Metromind, she's got the master plan. Progress. Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromind's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far gone.
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromind.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work.
Tool in the box. He did say to go ask the information kiosk about Metromind, so we'll do that after. There is an information kiosk, believe it or not. You got anything else he could ask? We could ask him. Looking for a big robot. Do you know where I can find a power source?
I'm looking for a big
We'll ask all
robot.
these questions.
It floats and has big claws and shoots lasers.
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line. He's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromind these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Where can I find him?
Where can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide? Piece of advice for you. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very profound.
Okay, how can I talk to Metromind?
Since you're so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromind?
Talk to Metromind. Look, Metromind has an entire back. Her eyes and ears are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Right. Do you know where I can find a power source? This is the power source that Scraper took from us.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
My friend is curious about your helper. Kinda in love with her. She's just
My
a
friend
floating
is curious
flashlight.
about your helper.
She's just a sidekick factor build. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
She's right.
When will the bridge be passable? Gotta get through here at some point, I guess.
When will the bridge be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Goodbye.
But we can't get past this whole mess. Can Crispin go over there? I think he can. Not even any dialogue for trying to do that. Yep, that's not happening. Okay, so we need to find a robot that's going to be able to judge what these two idiot robots are
So, boss, are you
online
planning
for?
on getting rebooted by another giant robot? Because I wouldn't mind a little advanced warning. It's really stressful.
I'll let you know.
He keeps throwing out lines like that when you're waiting around too long. Who's going to be able to judge you?
There's gotta be some other way to communicate with that floating robot.
Oh, we have the translator. Use it? The encryption module.
That's never going to work.
Nope. We tried. Gotta be something we're gonna pick up at some point that'll let us communicate with it. What if I type in Metromind here? Metromind is the guide, guardian, and eponym of Metropole, empowered by the ad hoc robot council to steer the city toward progress and a bright future. Metromind has led with great efficiency and clear logic. She shares energy, parts, and raw materials with all robots, asking only that they share processor cycles in exchange to help advance the common good. Thanks to Metromind, the city has followed an unbroken path of progress. Alright, Metromind. Leopold, judge these people? There's Metromind. How do I get into the tower? I'm looking for the power core. Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
I don't think he's going to want to judge anything. Tape measure, abacus, small motor, part, a battery, water chip, memory access device, plug board. Memory access device might help us remember. I wouldn't actually go and plug this into any of the other robots. Up to this one.
I don't think he wants to talk, boss.
Nope.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Okay, he's drinking at that bar. We need to figure a way inside here. This looks like it might be an elevator.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Don't you think we should go check out where 187th shot up the tower?
Why?
Maybe he blasted a way in for us.
That's a very good point. So how do we check that out? There is a... If you go over by the train station over here, there is a crater in the ground.
Some kind of blast crater. Some kind of blast crater.
Yeah, something tells me this is not the way into the town. Go talk to 187. Tower to court to street to station. Actually, I have fast travel.
Relay that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Wait, he's not going to tell us anything now? Crispin judged their problem?
Is that really the best idea you can come up with, boss?
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Yeah, we have nothing until we find a robot that could...
I am waiting.
Poor guy's still waiting for that bus. It is never coming. They are fixing it. I think where else we can go. Tower to station 3. 187 said he blasted a hole into the tower. We could probably get in through there, but I have no clue where it is, and he's not talking to us. Data-wise, 187 is waiting. Data find for shooting door.
Information regarding 187th Legion build.
Geo coordinates. Crystal connector cable. Shopping list. Alpha, beta, and gamma. 455-3112. Could that be the door code? Last finger for... Need a thumb. I need to pay the fine for shooting the door. Try that code we have. I don't think it's going to work out here, though. Try it on the door to the tower. I don't know why I'm not quick traveling. Okay, so it gives me this. Let's look at the data. Four five five 3112. We haven't used this code anywhere. I haven't jotted it down. Guess we popped it. We found it when we got past the Goliath. No working pens. Well, I use pencils. Alright, we'll throw that in there. I mean, the number that you were supposed to enter is a lot larger than just this number, so this might be like part of the code or something. But I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Go away. Sorry for that, guys. Alright, so 4553112. I don't think it's gonna do anything for us, but let's try it. Yeah, it's not even letting us enter it, so come back for that.
There's gotta be someone or something that can help us figure out how to get 187th out of his fine.
Someone or something that could help us figure out how to get 187 out of his fine. Definitely not Leopold, right?
How do I get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only. And the only ones still clicking are Metro Mind and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Tell me about Arbiter.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metro Mind day and night. Ran the courts, or used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his clerk Clarity down to the underworks and closed up shop. Ever since, Metro Mind says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's counting?
Tell me about Clarity. So I think we're gonna have to go to the Underworks.
Tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating, that one. Once heard say that a robot should have his recharge port fused just cause he'd stolen power from Metromind. Anyway, word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge and he sent her down to the Underworks. Guess she's still down there stewing.
How's it going between the borders? How are you? Welcome for coming back. Not current with your progress, so I'll watch to see where you are. Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to get 187 out of his fine, I believe. But we're learning. We're still finding out information about the city. DRS, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the sub earlier, too.
Did you buy an Urbanian robot named 113th Legion built?
I've done a lot of trades, Tyro. I can't be expected to keep track of them all.
Alright. I think that's it with Leopold for now. Mark the writer is a lawyer, it shows, yes.
Goodbye.
My wife is a former lawyer. Litigator.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will ya?
How about Armstrong? Can he do anything for us?
Flag off.
He doesn't want to talk to us. We'll figure this out. We can't get into the tower.
Not gonna happen, Lampy.
Anyone home?
Try getting into this door using the crowbar. I doubt it's gonna let us in, but never know with this game.
I'm not going to force my way in.
There's nobody there to let us in. Plug, the lantern. All we have. Yeah, it definitely shows with the courthouse being here. Can't get inside yet. We need to figure out how to get him off the line. We need to figure out how to get them off the line. Then we might have an opportunity to get in.
Relay that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Yeah, he's not going to help us. Cornelius, nothing. Oswald.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Yeah, we tried their test twice. It didn't work out. Can't talk to Rex. This guy doesn't want to talk at all.
All storage bladders empty.
Storage bladders are empty. That's good to hear. And then we got this guy fixing the bus, which I think he's just wasting his time. But he's got to fix it to get the sad robot out of here so that we can eventually cross here. This little guy, floater, Deep Reap. I think eventually we're going to have to talk to it. We don't have the ability to do that now. The decryptor doesn't work either.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna regret this, boss, but do you think maybe we should try scrounging in the underworks?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go there. How do we get there, though? Scrounging in the underworks makes sense at this point. There's a robot down there called Arbiter, and he might be the one that we need to solve this issue with the Rex robot. He's just gonna keep waiting. We'll get there. We'll get there. Actually, let's go ask the information terminal about the underworks. Well, if we're going to the underworks, I'm kind of unsure how to get there. I was going to look it up here, thinking maybe it might give me the info. The underworks are closed for public safety and will be reopened once additional repairs are complete. Thank you for your patience. Okay. That doesn't tell me anything about how to get there. Yeah, so at this point, if we're going to the underworks, I really don't know how to get in. This is not the way in. For sewer? Yeah, that's what I figured. So we just need to find the sewer.
Anyone home?
Yeah, we'll never figure that one out. Eventually we're gonna have to open that door, I think. Possibly. Waiting area. So where is the entrance to the sewer now?
I am waiting.
Yes, you're gonna be waiting a while, buddy. Tower. Crash bus. Metal plate.
It's too heavy for me to lift.
Crowbar. Let's use the crowbar on that. There we go. And just like that, we're heading to the sewers.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Probably a good time to save the game. I haven't saved it since we started. Alright, well, here we are.
They look
Vehicles
like
and all.
stripped of usable parts. There's no way I can reach that.
Water.
I don't want that sludge in my joints.
Pillar.
Better just to leave it alone. I can't reach it from here.
To get the bridge down, there is a keypad here, but I'm going to see if Crispin can fly over, because we're not going to be able to get there. He's got no hands either.
Try typing something into that keypad.
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
He's got no hands, so he's gonna have to do that. Funny story, the car on the bottom left of the stack is the artist car. He rebuilt the thing basically from nothing. Wow. Okay. Now I want to go look at it again. Let's type in what I think might be the password. I don't know where we got this from, but... Oh, okay. So what I was going to type in is not it. Next on a Thursday? Yeah, Creature. 2 streams in a row. We're back for now. How's it going, Creature? 666 did not work. About 455. Yeah, I don't think that's the passcode here. There's somebody up here. It looks
There's
like
something up there on the crane.
Yeah.
It's a huge crane. I can't reach it from here.
So we need to type in a code into the keypad. Who would know what the keypad code is? Maybe Leopold? You gotta remember, Creature, Thursday is my regular night. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sunday. Metromind, let me see your stuff. None of that's gonna help.
Goodbye.
He's the one who told us about Arbiter.
I'm looking for my... It was stolen from my ship that you...
Great tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other...
How can I get it back?
If Metromind took it, her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have gotten to the courthouse.
You already heard about all of this.
But you can't. The old judge locked it up tight. And who's to say? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power.
Well then, good luck to you.
Alright, that's it. He's got nothing else to say. Let's go take a look at that car.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will you?
Vehicles.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts.
So is this the car right here? I'm guessing it might be.
This vehicle looks more intact than the others. This vehicle looks more intact than the others.
More intact than the others, so that's gotta be it. So we need a 3-digit code to go in. Got the bridge right here. Yep, that's the one. Alright, would the computer terminal know about the bridge? No such topic. Underworks, it doesn't really say anything about. Landmarks. I think that's how we got everything on the map. Would know the passcode. Maybe the bus repair guy?
You again? What do you want?
There's a locked bridge under... There's a locked bridge in the
Down
Underworks.
in the Underworks, I came across a drawbridge that someone locked up so it can't be used. Do you know how to fix it?
Well, Metromind closed off the Underworks for public safety, so I don't do repairs there anymore.
But what?
That sounds like a prank pulled by a bolt brain calling himself Primer. He used to hack locks in Metropole and change the passcodes around to leave his signature.
How did you fix the locks?
Metromind cracked his codes and reset them. Processing power like hers, there's nothing she can't do.
You know, boss, I've got a feeling that Metromind isn't gonna help us on this one.
No, but we're not exactly new to cracking codes either.
Not exactly new to cracking codes, so...
Someone around here's gotta know something about how to get that bridge to go down, boss.
Well, we talked to RepairBot. Let's see if anybody online could help us. Cornelius?
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
They have nothing for us. What about 187th?
Believe that. Keep information.
Nope.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Sad robot no? I doubt it. Maybe it's the guy sitting over at the bar at the beginning of the city.
I am waiting.
You're just gonna keep waiting. Cars, the bridge.
Slag off.
He still doesn't want to talk to us.
Who is Metromine?
Who is Metromine? Russ and Bruin, you are Tyro. Metromine? Well, Metromine is Metropole. Runs everything now, what with the council shut down.
Council?
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. The Warriors kept the records. Big old factor built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one, I think. I don't even remember his name. And Metromine, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Where can I find her?
Like I said, Tyro, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably locked yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
See what he's got for sale one more time. I don't know if there's any else that could help us. The water chip, plug board, memory access device, turbo unit, finger, abacus.
A binary abacus. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior. I have no need for an abacus.
I thought. Alright, Horatio. Now, if I remember correctly, Primer had like a number to it. Kind of like 187th had. Well, he's 187th, so that's his number, 187. But I thought Leopold said something about Primer having a number. Curious if the number is what? 187th. The 113th? Probably 113. It was either 113, 117, it was one something.
Again.
One... Probably 113. Probably 117. Probably 187. Nothing. One. I have a feeling if this number was something that we already discovered, like we'd be able to hear it again or have some record of it. It wouldn't just be like one and done in terms of how we figure it out. There'd be a reminder.
We should look around and see if there's a way to lower that drawbridge, boss.
3 survivors of the Surly Company, yep. 113, 187. Primer. We need to find out Primer's number, I think.
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter.
Definitely need to get in that courthouse. Primer's got to have a number. Screen does scroll right. It does?
There's no way I can...
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Thanks for the tip. I didn't realize it. And of course, there's a robot right here.
Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Now look what I see.
Thanks for that tip.
Of Urbani and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Who are you?
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowds who adore me, Prime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
Yeah, I already got bitten by that when I was looking for the rag at the beginning of the game. I didn't realize that you could go back to where you actually were left on the ground to die after Scraper lasered you. So it took me a while to figure out what that rag was, but it's okay. I just gotta click around a little more.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best. Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has fallen, no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me, he came off the line. The gunner's no funner for being a brother of mine.
So this is either 113 or Primer. How do you survive down here?
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves pride.
It's Primer.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense. And it hardly rhymed.
No. Bro.
Oh, bro.
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was not a fool a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee.
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
No.
Take them apart. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my metal was taken, trunken of honor from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Cogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the medal finds me, I shall claim it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
The medal finds him. Welcome back, Braxton.
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine.
No problem, Braxton.
The indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Consider just a list. 2 to 199. Alright, we need to figure this one out.
Well,
hope you had a good dinner.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
2 to
I have
199.
nothing to say to him.
Wow, okay. This is going to be a tough puzzle to solve. Prime numbers. I guess we have them all. Clearly 113 is on here and 187 is not. 197 is. Do some math here. 187 3, that gives us 84. 103 minus 84. That will give us 19. 19 on this list? Yes, it is. Let's try 19. Just a guess. We'll see. Actually, I did 187 minus
This
103.
is like the
It's
junk
187
pile,
minus
only better. By which I mean worse.
minus 113. If that's the case, is there a 9? There is no 9. Well, we narrowed it down. We know it's a prime number between 2 and 199. I finished up some electronics for audio purposes. I saw Nix was doing math. Yep. Never good at math. That's why I became an artist.
Seems like we just gotta figure out what Primer's real name is, and then we'll be able to lower that drawbridge.
Yeah, that's simple enough. It's not 19. 9's not a prime number. I mean, we could just go and enter all these numbers. That would be ludicrous. There's 113. That's something about being behind 113. Brothers. Yeah, I'm having fun with this. The puzzles are pretty good. What else do we have? Sensor plans, list, EFL, Goliath, Yo Barter, Rex lawsuit. Wait to pay the fine for shooting the door, and then the prime numbers. I'm pretty sure he gave us the clue when we talked to him. Probably 73, just for the heck of it.
Here we go again.
Yeah, come on, Crispin. Stop complaining. Help us. An interesting puzzle. I gotta listen better when these guys talk. Another way out of here from there.
Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here.
I'm not sure if the clue is noted in your PDA though. I've played this so much it all stands out to me, but I also haven't had to think about the puzzle in years. Yeah.
I have nothing to say to him. I have nothing to say to him.
He has nothing to say to him. Well, let's go here at least. See what's on this side.
Warning. Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk.
Factor facility.
For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
But we can't get past it.
It's some kind of broken down robot.
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous. Hey, boss, do you think that Clarity might be able to judge Oswald and Cornelius's case? Boss, did you ever consider that sometimes I just run out of clever ideas?
Well, if Clarity is going to judge the case, then we need to get over to the other side of the bridge. Yeah, the clue doesn't seem to be noted in the PDA, and he said something about being built behind his brother. That would mean that the number would be lower than 113. Let's see if I can look up the clue again. Save it. Auto int's on. Check under the 187 entry in your PDA, see if there's any good information. I did, but let's take a look. Another raid. 3 raids tonight. Camilio. Camilio with another raid, thank you.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
How's it going, Camilio? Good evening to you too. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing Primordia here. Okay, props for the Warriors. Yeah. I'm a big Warriors fan here. 187. Pay fine for shooting to the big tower. Urbanian. Early company. 200 bots. Only 187, 113, and Primer survived. Primer came off 50 spots. Before 187. That would make it 137, right? That's not working? Should be working. Do I not have it turned on? Is you might have some kind of cooldown or something. No, it's on and it has no cooldown, so why didn't that work? Sorry, Camilio. There we go. Delayed reaction.
Come out to play.
Got it to work. Primer came off 50 spots before 187. That would make him 137. So if that's the case, is 137 one of the prime numbers? Either way, we're going to enter it. $137's right there. We found this solution. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, me and my wife are big Warrior fans. I mean, we're from New York City, so that movie's a classic.
Here we go again.
$137? There we go. We figured it out. Thank you, Between the Borders, for that hint.
Let's go.
Do this.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
Oh, somebody shot him.
I am Clarity Arbiter Built, version 2, Lock Lurk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Judge Clarity. We'll call her.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio Built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
They're more slaves than any of those things.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Nullbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Mercy is malware. I like. Why are you taking their heads? He's like a predator. She needs a trophy.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No. I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crash ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
Well, she's no Judge Dredd, but, yeah, either way, we need to present our case, and it hopefully goes our way. You say Arbiter Manbuilt?
Did you say Arbiter Man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments.
Yes, to play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic. Play a role. Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
Okay. A lot of questions to ask here. How can I see Arbiter?
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But...
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Crane? Oh. He handed us something. I thought the crane was going to get us inside.
Thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind. But I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
Is this justice? There's plenty of questions here to ask. We could keep asking. Will you judge Oswald and Cornelius?
Oswald and Cornelius Factor-Built would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise, but nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What is the nature of their dispute?
They are fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
Alright, let's present them.
I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence.
Thanks.
It has been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. We have the judgment, or at least her 2 cents on the whole robot case for Rex. We have a way to get into the courthouse, possibly. Let's ask about 187's fine.
There's a robot named 187th Legion built waiting at the courthouse. He says he has to pay a fine for damaging city property. Is there any way to cancel the fine or pay it without standing in line?
I do not provide assistance to robots who attacked this city, nor do I help criminals avoid paying their debts.
Alright, that might be an answer we get from Charity if we were... Charity or Clarity? She's Charity, right? I think. Graphics look nice on this game. They are really nice. They have that old school kind of pixelated feel from like the 80s and early 90s. It has a really low resolution, and then I'm pumping it up to 1080p, and it scales pretty well for what it is. You guys are watching it at 720p, so it scales down just the right amount to where it gets a little bit sharper, I guess. You're going to let Metromind attack and run. Why aren't you with Arbiter? Well, we know why she's not with her.
That's it? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need Law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless.
So it's innocent until proven guilty. Last question. Might as well ask it.
With Arbiter.
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
Oh, so she's Clarity.
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
Yeah, 640 by 360 isn't too bad. You double that, you get 720p at least. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, obviously it's still a low resolution, but it'll look nice when you scale it up. Also made Strangeland with Mark and James, same team as Primordia. Yes.
Scraper? Are you gonna blow him up?
I doubt it.
Oh, so you're just gonna reason with him?
On second thought, maybe I will blow him up.
After playing this, I definitely want to play Strangeland at some point. Walk over here. As far as we can go. Alright, so at least we could give them our judgment, or Clarity's judgment.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts.
Everything's been stripped of useful parts. We're not going to use the crane. Probably just fast travel back, right? Do that. I fought real hard to make it scale to 720 and 1080 with integer scaling. Not that he disagreed. Yeah, I think either way, I mean, even this game scales properly. I hope it looks good on Twitch. I mean, it should. I scaled it as high as I could go, and then I did fill screen. Just get it to fill to 1080p, but of course I'm streaming at 720p. So it's probably a little bit sharper, let's say on a phone or a tablet, if you're looking at it now. Looks like how I remember it locally. Okay, yeah. I'm playing it on a 27-inch monitor, so it's a little bit, like, monitor is basically 6 feet from my face. If I move in, I'll start seeing, like, edges, but in pixelation, if I sit back a little more, it looks perfectly fine. Feels like I'm playing a game from the early 90s, like a Secret of Monkey Island type game. Alright, let's figure this out. So, Oswald, we have the key card. Gotta talk to these guys, right? They'll get their verdict.
Clarity Arbiter Built has judged your case.
A fitting choice.
Indeed. Then here's her decision. A petitioner claiming buildership of the disputed res, that is, the robot, bears the burden of proving buildership by preponderance of the evidence. In this dispute, there are in fact 2 cases, each with a petitioner, Oswald and Cornelius. Neither petitioner has borne the requisite burden, therefore, neither may claim buildership. The res known as Rex shall therefore be deemed Nullbuilt.
Outrageous!
Surely, sir, this is a mistake.
It is what it is. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were!
Indeed. Wait!
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering what Nullbuilt meant.
Well, hats off to Clarity, I guess.
If their robot is a Nullbuilt and we're a Nullbuilt, that means we don't know who really built us.
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
We tried this already. The encryption module doesn't work on them?
I doubt that will have any effect.
Okay, so no decryption module. Signal transmitter we used to blow up the bomb, I think. I'm not going to use it here. Let's use the keycard.
Believe that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Maybe not yet. We need to get him out of the way. Correct. Horatio's memory is pretty shot based on Ever Faithful's conversation. Yep. Leopold has a memory module, though. I wonder if it's something we could use to get our memory back. There's a hat here. Ours now.
It's a fine felt hat. Given its age, it's in remarkable condition.
Remarkable condition.
It's an encoded keycard.
A keycard. Crispin?
Hey, boss, a light bulb just went off for me. A big neon light bulb that says info. I bet that kiosk would have some information about local laws.
Let's ask it. I'm forgetting I could fast travel. Local laws. No such topic. Of course not. History. Laws. Oh, we broke it. Something's coming out of there. For now.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Metropolitan law. Metropolitan law is too vast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromind ensures that it is applied efficiently and fairly. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the corrupt data elimination plan. Topic: CDEP. And the refuge rule, as well as the efficiency initiative. CDEP. Corrupt data elimination plan. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromind and the Ad Hoc Robot Council passed the CDEP, under which all information relating to certain untrue subjects, such as a mythological man, is subject to swift elimination. Physical media containing such data will be disposed of in the Underworks quarantine zones. That's what happened to our Gospel of Man. Okay, that still doesn't help us. There's a quarantine zone. Underworks. Okay. How to play. To begin with your... How to play. Where do we get this how to play screen? We know how to play. We've been playing the game. Hold on. Let's get this printout. See if we could read it. I doubt it.
The Law and You, a
Yeah, we can.
Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built. It explains about the refuge rule and says that, for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage.
That's should apply to 187, so let's go talk to him. Present that to him. How long have we been on for? 2 hours, 18 minutes. Okay, we can go a little longer.
Look here. Under Metropole's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
Are you sure?
Think so.
Alright. So he's done, right?
I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Okay, now can we get through the door?
Believe that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
What if we go off screen and come back? We already proved that he's not liable for any damage, right?
Looks important.
But he's not liable for that, so why is he still here? We just use this on the door.
Futile.
Futile. We told him we talked to Primer too. He thinks he did significant damage though. Yeah. Okay, I understand now.
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another way to communicate with it.
There's nothing more to say to him.
Nothing more to say to him. So, the thing is, if he did significant damage, where did he do it? He did it to the tower, right? There's a way into the tower through whatever damage he created. At least that's what I'm thinking. We have a top hat. Do we use this to trade?
Maybe that floating robot communicates on something other than an audible frequency?
Communicates on something other than an audible frequency.
Okay, I think I know what to do, but I'll give it to you in code. After all, I don't want to spoil the surprise. Fabaslu 135, Gabaslu 122, Maba...
Crispin, that's not code. That's just gibberish.
You always ruin everything, boss. There's gotta be some other way to communicate with that floating robot.
Their way to communicate with it. In the lantern? Maybe like lights, flashes, or... I mean, technically the robot is a lantern.
Totally unilluminating.
Of course not. Deep reap. Leopold gonna give me for a top hat.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Turbo unit, a water chip, memory access device.
That's a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Lets you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy. Find me that, you got yourself a deal.
The hat? We trade the hat for this. It is an antique hat.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about this hat?
A fine trade, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
Here's the plug.
That was easy.
Now we're supposed to put it into our data pouch, and let's see what happens.
Even easier.
Wait, we can't use it on Horatio? Or we just go into data? I think we just go into data. These Judgment. Cryptid would only play for litigants. Last finger for thumb. Waiting to pay. Shooting door to big tower. Says there was too much damage to the door. Urbanian. Sterling. Company 200 bonds. Know all that. Primer came off 50 spots before 187. That was the answer to that puzzle. Leo Barter. Rex lawsuit was solved. Technically. 4 years design time, 1 year. Cornelius invented new pneumatic drivetrain. Equally by both. Basic frame. Okay.
Don't you think we should go check out where 187th shot up the tower?
Why?
Maybe he blasted a way in for us.
Yeah, you said that, but I don't think we can get to that part of the tower. Said he shot a door. This is a door.
It's sealed shut.
The track here, possibly to an elevator.
It's far too high to try climbing.
Okay, we're gonna go back and talk to Clarity if we can. Maybe talk to Primer. So I don't think Primer has anything else to say to us.
There's a shell just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or something?
I've seen him quite often, though he'll not see me. And so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could, I would not, but the choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain to be further primed.
Goodbye.
Farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, and the city awaits.
Yeah, I think we're done with Primer. What's over here? Just a shell hanging out. Torch him?
I don't want to provoke it.
I mean provoke it. If you torch him, it's not going to provoke him. I'll kill him.
I don't want to provoke it.
Encryption module?
For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way. How would that even work?
Alright, so we can't get past it. Not yet, at least. Let's go back to Clarity. Can't get into the courthouse. 187 thinks he did significant damage. So he's waiting for his punishment.
I have nothing to say to her.
You mean you have nothing to say to her?
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts.
Alright, so this crane's never gonna
Don't you
work.
think we should go check out where 187th shot up the tower?
Why?
Maybe he blasted a way in for us.
Okay, based on what Crispin keeps saying, I think we need to go into the tower. I mean, blasted a way in for us.
Boss, can I hold the plasma torch?
No.
Just to look at it.
No.
Please.
No.
There's no way in from this side.
Anyone home?
Can't go in there. Wait.
I'm pretty sure that wiring isn't up to code.
I bet you if we go across the bridge here, we'll be at the other side of the tower. I bet you that's where the blast hole is.
To say to him.
Well, we have nothing to say to him. Talk to her.
How would that even work?
No, I'm just guessing. Somebody has to have some kind of hints here.
There's nothing more to say to him.
We've
I'm
got to find a way to
completely
clear
missing
the
him.
line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core. Not even for a gynoid. Well, maybe for a gynoid.
Well, we looked at the little pad next to it, and it gave us a whole bunch of numbers to enter, which doesn't make any sense because we don't have any code that's long enough to put in that slot. Go take a look at the door again. Unless the answer is the door itself.
It's sealed shut. This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
Damage is superficial. I think we need to tell 187 that, right? He thinks he did major damage.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once I can't complain about the Sonic P-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
There we go. Thank you for that one between the borders. Alright, so now there's nobody online. Well, having a malfunction with my earbuds here. Technically, this robot is still online and we can't talk to him, but let's try to get in.
The harmony is broken when the pattern is not maintained. Remove yourself, please.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
We're gonna need to get rid of this robot.
Futile.
Harmony and pattern.
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
On an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
May Mandelbrot's bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent.
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone. I am one part of the great fractal. To your kind, I would be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidar of Civitas.
Civitas?
The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. Strange tractors and trapped no more. I alone sing the function.
Why are you in line?
When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me that he had a device that would sing with me. In exchange, I traded my secondary motor. The one he sold me does not say. We have
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return.
Robots suing other robots?
Infinite lawsuits, said one.
Why don't you speak?
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one.
Can I go ahead of you?
No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get her
We're
motor
going to need
back.
to go talk to Leopold about a motor.
And we should have the record.
It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means.
The only place I know we have a record player is in our ship. There's no way to get back there right now, so... Not like we're going to be playing it. But let's go talk to Leopold. Let's try to get back her motor.
You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
All trains are final, Tyro. Told him that before we did the swap. Now my problem, he don't like records.
You knew he wasn't looking for a record.
Listen, Tyro, I don't know what people want or don't want. They do. Not my job to do Q&A on their faulty logic.
You know he's going to sue you, right?
Let him try. First off, he can't get into the courthouse any more than you can. Second, what's his case? A deal's a deal.
Alright,
See your stuff.
let's trade back for that motor. That's the motor.
Is that Gimbal's motor?
Sure it is. Find me a bigger one, and it's yours.
Find him a bigger motor? What's a small one?
Is that the motor that Gimbal Lapidabuilt traded you?
This is a Sterling air motor. Something else entirely.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
We're not looking to pick up random motors anyway.
Part, a battery, finger. Water chip and the plug board.
Horatio Nullbuilt, version 5.
Oh, there's another robot here.
I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Well, they're on to us. If we get caught, we're dead here. So we gotta basically get him a bigger motor. Where are we gonna even find a motor?
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Take a look at it one more time.
Find me a bigger motor, and this one is yours.
Find him a bigger motor. Crispin, what do you got to say?
So, we gotta find some big motor to trade with Leopold? Joy. Why do you keep asking me to figure things out? I'm just a sidekick, boss. I'm pretty sure the best place to find a big motor is gonna be somewhere in the underworks, boss.
Yeah. Let's go. My guess the big motor is in that factory place. The factory place.
To say to him.
We need to figure a way past the shell.
It looks dangerous.
For best to keep it that way. For now, that thing's ignoring us. Best to keep it that way.
So what do I got that I could use on this thing? Solve that. 187. Prime numbers. Seize judgment. System user. Geo coordinates. Sensor plans. List. FL. Goliath. Not quite yet. Okay. So, not yet on the motor. Well, at least getting past the shell.
There's no way I can reach that.
You mean there's no way you could reach that? Don't these cars have motors? Can we get motor from the car? Crispin do it?
Could you go see if there's anything worth taking from those cars?
Picked clean, boss. Looks like you're not the only junk man in town.
What about the vehicle? What about this one?
I don't really want to try that.
It's rusted shut.
Rusted shut. Still have that crowbar, right?
I've scraped off the rust.
There we go.
Well, let's see what we've got here. Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long.
Okay, this is probably what we need to trade. Let's see if he goes for it.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Show me what you got. Gimbal's motor.
Find me a bigger motor, and this one is yours.
Alright, well we do have a bigger motor. Well, it's an engine from a car, but... we go for it?
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenging expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Wait a minute, this motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
You're a fine piece of work, Leopold.
Never said anything about that, neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Alright, so this is missing copper wiring.
The motor's been stripped of its copper wiring.
I don't know if Gimbal's gonna go for that. It has no copper wiring, which means it won't work. We don't have any copper wiring ourselves. Does he have copper wiring?
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
I don't think he had copper wiring, so we can't trade him for anything. Now we gotta trade him for the figure at some point, possibly. Or chip. The plug board?
Boy's a plug board or a breadboard.
I know what it is.
Well, okay then. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
Good idea, Leopold. You'd look
mask,
much better
maybe?
with a mask.
Watch yourself, Crispin.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
He will sell an abacus and a tape measure. A small motor might have copper in it.
This is a Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it.
We don't need it.
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so.
Wonder if we could buy something else from him and just use or take out the copper from it.
That there's an old Nova Robotics subsystem coil.
Not interested.
Nope. I think that's pretty much it. Let's go talk to the robot who this motor belongs to and just see if he'll take it back as is. I doubt it. He's gonna be pretty mad that it's not working.
I could give it to him this way, but maybe I should try fixing it first.
Alright, so we do need to fix it.
Time to give Gimbal his motor back, right, boss? 47, boss. The answer is 47.
Don't you mean 42?
Maybe. Time to give Gimbal his motor back, right, boss?
No, it's broken. We can't do anything about it. See if the robot fixing the bus might give us something for it.
Could you help me fix this motor?
Does it belong to Metropole?
No, it's private property.
Then find a private repair bot.
Find the private repair bot. Need a repair bot.
Boss, since you programmed me, you can predict my every action, right?
No, most of what you do is governed by a random number generator.
Sprockets.
It's all RNG. Alright, what about the sad robot? Maybe he was a repair robot in another life? Maybe that's why he needs the bus to go to work? Long shot? Let's try it.
I am waiting.
You fix this.
Futile.
Futile. Okay. He's just gonna wait. And wait. And wait. So who can repair this motor? This is the factor. We can't get past him, but we don't need to get past him. Crispin and the repair lamp are a cute couple. They are. Is that a hint? I'm assuming it is. We need to find a way to communicate with it, though. I'm gonna need to find another bot that's considered a repair bot.
We've got to find a way to clear the line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core. Not even for a gynoid. Well, maybe for a gynoid.
Let's think. They played a record.
I doubt that will have any effect.
Very funny, boss.
Clearly it's not a record player, it's just a floating lamp.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
In front of her? Are you kidding?
Totally unilluminating.
I've never had to talk to a lamp before, boss. I've got no practice.
But I gave you something to practice on, but we can't do it in front of her. Okay, so let's get out of this area. Let's practice. It's gonna work.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on this lamp?
Oh, good idea.
There you go.
Okay, here goes. You really light me up.
No.
Okay. Trust me. I know how to turn on a light.
Definitely not. Okay, that's enough practice for now.
Well, currently he's in love. Let's see if he can talk to her.
Sounds like we need to get into the courthouse and talk to Arbiter.
Yeah, I got it, Crispin.
All right, Crispin, it's now or never.
See if Crispin makes a love connection here, and that'll solve everything for us.
Beside you, all other...
Oh. Okay.
No, that was so easy.
We're in love.
She gave me a clipping of her copper wiring.
Hey, that wire belongs to the city. That's coming out of your salary.
You tell him.
Doop. We got copper wiring now. There we go. Paul, how's it going? Need a love connection, eh? Enters chat without pants. Paul, put your pants back on, please. Not that kind of chat room. How's it going, Paul? We just solved at least one bit of a puzzle here.
She gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Pants are just like a state of mind. Well, technically when you're streaming, you really don't even need to wear pants. So there's no reason to believe I'm wearing pants right now. You're only seeing that I'm wearing a sweat jacket, so... Plus, they don't count as pants if they have an elastic waistband. No, they're more like underwear then. How does... Can't cross the wires. I can't do that. A red. Reset this for a second. Let's go behind here.
Boss, why even bother? Let's just give it back to Gimbal as is.
Gimbal won't take it. Loopholes are great. Oh no, the game crashed. Oh no. God. It's been so long since I saved too. Please tell me. Thinking. Why did the game crash? Oh my god, we lost a lot. A lot of it. You didn't do it, Pulse? I don't know. It happened as soon as you came onto chat. How far behind are we? Oh my goodness, we haven't even solved the bridge puzzle. Maybe you did try it? You didn't try to do it. Gotcha. Try autosave? Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of
Autosave.
path barred by something other than
Try the
a
autosave.
door for once.
Daddy Lurcy, I will try the autosave, definitely. Otherwise, I'll just play back to the point that we were at. Offline. Try it. Oh, okay. So we're back here. We just need to get the copper wiring. Thank you, guys.
We've got to find a way to clear the line to get into the courthouse. Because honestly, I refuse to wait in line. Not even for a power core.
So, this is good. I'm going to save it here, just so I have a second save, just for the heck of it. Good thing this has an autosave. That's cool. Alright, so either Crispin has to talk to her, or we need to do the practice first. Either way, it's going to be pretty easy.
It's now or never.
That's it. We're back. We're back in business. Paul, she can come back. It's not your fault.
Beside you, all other...
Whoa! That was so easy!
She gave me a clipping of her copper wiring.
Hey, that wire belongs
Okay,
to
Paul.
the city. It's coming out of your salary.
Okay.
You tell him.
Alright, so we got the wire. Combine the two.
Hey, she gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Why don't we just use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Without crossing any wires. Can't touch the sides either. Nope. That doesn't work. I watched RoboCop 2 last night. It was more campy than I remembered, and I love that. Oh, it was so bad, it was good. That is just a campy movie that you just have fun with. But it is bad. It is really bad. How was I able to get this wire behind here last time?
Boss, why even bother? Let's just give it back to Gimbal as
Also, remember the scene with the bad robot fighting the woman in the warehouse terrifying me as a kid? Yeah, that was crazy. That was not a good scene to see as a kid.
Boss, why even bother? Let's just give it back to Gimbal as is.
Okay, that's one. That's gonna cross, though. Here we go, we did it.
And one more piece of junk is operational.
Bingo. Okay, let's go give it back. That said, didn't take much for that. No, that wasn't bad. Like, it was on TV and legit scared me. There were so many movies I saw as a kid that legit scared me. Escape from New York was one of them. Definitely RoboCop did. First one. Superman 3, at the end, when that woman gets turned into a robot, that, like, freaked the hell out of me. Nuke will take all fear and problems away. Nuke will take all fear and problems away. Did you ever see Summer School? Summer School? Yeah, I seen Summer School. With Dean Cameron. Yeah, that scared the hell out of me as a kid.
You are silent, but you now the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
Scene with the zombies?
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
Are we talking about the same summer school? I think we're talking about two different summer schools. Really?
Someday, that's going to work.
No, we don't need to knock on that door. Use the key card. Yeah, Mark Harmon and Dean Cameron. It's been so long since I've seen it. I didn't realize it had zombies in it.
Ram and Rom. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on.
We used to have a channel here in New York called, well, it still exists. It's Channel 11.
Horatio Nullbuilt.
Get past the scene and I'll talk about it.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Uh-oh.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system.
Now we gotta save Arbiter. Pulled out their own tongue and stuff. It's been so long since I've seen Summer School.
Somehow, when I was picturing the majesty of...
I think I need to go back and rewatch it.
Well, majestic?
Dean Cameron was also in that that skiing movie, right? With the French girl and like he was like in love with her or something. Is that the movie he was in? I'm trying to remember it. Ski School, yes. Wasn't Ski School was the first one with the French girl and Dean Cameron in it, right? Yeah, that's it. They kind of did like a parody of it on
boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
Yeah, so we have a channel here called Channel 11, and, well, that's the over-the-air channel number. And back in the day, they would always show movies. They'd show one at 12 in the afternoon and then one at night. And they would always show, like, during, you know, summer recess, you know, on a rainy day, you just couldn't do anything. You just sit down and you watch a movie. And they would show all these movies. They would show, like, Summer School. They would show that Ski School movie. They would show RoboCop at night. All these crazy movies. And that's where I would see them. Escape from New York, they would show, like, a million times. They showed all of the cool, cool kung fu movies and all that. So I saw a lot of that on TV. But, you know, clearly they're all censored, but... Toterbert? That I don't remember. Was Toterbert the guy who was in, big guy who was in Head of the Class?
Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm. So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken shell.
Broken shell.
After all the work we did to get into the courthouse, boss, maybe we should poke around some more.
I can't reach it.
You said Crispin to the reporter?
I'm sure it still just says, no codebase to initiate.
Todd or Bert? Yeah, I really don't remember. A lot of these movies I've seen years. I gotta go back and rewatch. He was just some dumb guy. I just remember explaining the name, saying they asked my mom what was my name when I was born. She said Todd or Bert. Doctor, that hurts. So for some reason, that line stood out to me. Robot here?
It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness. It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
Bet you that's Charity.
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that
Clarity. That's what I mean.
No, just a similar model.
That is Charity.
Her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself.
Yeah, I would love to do online streaming movie nights. The problem is that last time I did it, it didn't work out too well because you need like a Nitro connection for Discord, and then even then, it's kind of laggy. I need to come up with a solution for that. I know Wander Maven was using some like rogue service for doing it, and it worked out pretty well. But I think they closed that down.
There's nothing I can do for her.
I do for it. There is a hole in here, though. What do we put in the hole? There we go.
Downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. You withdraw from the council, what?
Rabbit. Yeah, Rabbit was awesome. They shut it down, though.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Surrender.
Hide.
Who we've been looking for.
Boss, you gotta find a way to get us out of here.
Scrapers here. How do we get out of here?
Isn't there some way you can distract him?
Need to distract him. Well, how are we going to distract him? Encryption module, the single transmitter? Who's that?
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
There we go. Alright, he's going to go inspect that robot. We're going to run out of here, right? There we go. Worked out perfectly.
You are under arrest.
Transmitter comes in handy for this game.
We tricked him.
No, we didn't. He's following us.
Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see. He'll just gun me down.
Gun me down.
Surrender.
Do something, boss.
10.
$144 Canadian for that movie? I don't think it's worth it. It's probably like a VHS collector's edition. What am I supposed to do? Oh my god, he's gonna kill us.
It would just provoke him.
It would just provoke him. The exit?
Just gun me down.
He'll gun me down. No, don't kill us. Laws, the key card, encryption module. Throw a record at it.
He'll just gun me down.
Crispin. Distract him.
No. If anyone is going to be sacrificed, it's me.
What's the glowing bit? The light?
He'll just gun me down.
Oh, this?
He'll just gun me down.
What is that?
It looks like a bomblet.
Oh, yes! Yes, the bomblet. What was that number? I took it down yesterday. God. Good thing I saved the page. 6. Seven. 3. 4. Got this. Got him. Good thing I took down that number.
Oh.
You got him, boss. You got him.
No collector's edition for that movie?
You glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core, and we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Alright, let's have a quick talk with Charity. Yeah, I did see the glowing thing, but I was like, how do I, what do I do with it? So thanks for pointing it out. We used the transmitter to blow up the bomb on the dome's door. So...
Hey, where'd they go?
They left. They left a note here, too.
Off duty.
Wonderful.
Off duty.
You know, boss, I think Clarity would appreciate it if we told her what happened at the courthouse.
Yeah, let's go talk to Clarity first and foremost. See what Clarity has to say. If you don't find that out in time, 187 sacrifices himself to save you. You must protect 187. Okay, that's a good hint. 187 must live for the sake of robot kind. Yeah, I would have felt really bad had 187 killed us.
Some lesson away from the fact that...
Yes. Use more...
Okay, let's talk to Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No. It's not that. Arbiter is gone. And Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity... It looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind...
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros. My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories.
No problem, Pulse. Thanks for stopping by.
Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password. Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new Primordium.
Progress? Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
Thanks, Pulse.
No, they are glitches.
Have a good night.
In any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
There's Scraper.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
Do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
An upgrade.
Never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter, only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity. Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind, about her proposal to be made System Administrator of Metropol.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
What have I done?
She's regretting her decision.
Metromind. Here she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void, so I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
All the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Okay, so it's 16 numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we had that other weird code that I don't know if we used. Came from Goliath. I can't find it. I wrote it down here. Here it is. Seven. One number too many. Alright, we'll figure this out.
I'd rather just leave it here.
There has to be something we need to do. If these are the remnants of the robots other than the council, then they would be able to give us the...
I doubt that will have any effect. That's never going to work.
This is just for show right now, I think.
Clarity, are you planning to arrest Metromind?
No, there is no court to try her, nor prison to keep her.
So, what exactly are you going to do?
Destroy her.
Before the law, she is no different from the shells she left in the underworks. The sanction is the same, and I am authorized to impose it.
You mean...
I do. It is a shame she has no head.
Waiting for her to say, I am the law. Total Judge Dredd style. Okay, so we need to find the other numbers. This might be a good place to stop. For now. Let's look at her data. Numbers should still be in there. 16 digits. Charity 03067 44020. Alright, 440-3003 people.
Information regarding the code to open the tower door.
Steeple. Factor. Aureus. Real quick, before we... You do have quite some distance to go, gameplay-wise. Okay. Yeah, first playthrough, I would think, would take... Well, it usually takes me a lot longer than most people probably do on a first playthrough. Especially in an adventure game like this. That's quite alright, because I am enjoying the game. If it takes me at least 5-6 streams, I'm good.
What a surprising and uncommon sight. Metropole's lawbot crawled back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sabotage, Urbanian.
As you serve the law, so I serve my art. And such service brings us more close than apart.
Next session or two? Okay, that's not too bad.
We will see if your armor still works.
You cracked the Council's code.
I know you're a code breaker, Primer. Can you crack the Council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
The challenge is yours, my wandering friend. A pity indeed if you can't last till the end.
I need your help with the Council code. Can you crack it or not?
Why should I spoil this puzzle for you? Wouldn't you rather have something to do?
He's not going to give us
Plenty
the
of other
answer.
things to do. As for a reason, this would help avenge your defeat.
Sadly for you, my anger's abated. And vengeance, you'll find, is quite overrated.
If you stand between us and Metromine, Primer, I may need to address your crimes sooner than hers.
Your bluster, dear Lawbot, is sorely misplaced. I stand between no one down here in the waste. In any event, there's no judge up there in the city, so your threats do no more than to make you look pretty.
Plasma torch, boss. Come on.
The answer to everything.
I'm going to force him.
Ugh.
Plasma torch. Alright, well, we got questions to ask him.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not
We're gonna
for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
City awaits, yes. We're gonna call it here. And we're gonna come back next stream. See how far we can get. Solve the puzzle of the code. Whether Prima wants to help us or not. We're definitely going to have to get a couple of more pieces of that code from other robots, I think. With Clarity helping us, it should be okay. I'm going to save it here. Synth, thank you for hanging out. Between the borders, thank you also for hanging out, and thank you for your hints. Synth, also thank you for the raid earlier. Mr. Crappy, thank you for the raid. Emilio, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for the raid. Senor Hefe stopped by. He subbed. I appreciate that. A couple of people followed. Big Will.
Voluntarily decided to live down here, Clarity.
It was not entirely voluntary.
I mean, I get that.
That is not.
Well,
They're having their own conversation without me. Alright, Crispin. Enough. This is a cool game. I'm looking forward to finishing this off. Seeing how far we get. So maybe another stream or two, but we got to solve this puzzle. We got to crack it. We're going to do that on the next stream. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. It's been fun. Gaddy Lurcy, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for hanging out as well. Who else was in here? We had DRS in here earlier. Zero Dime was here too. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of weeks at least, so I'll be around. We're going to play Primordia. We're going to finish this. We're going to figure it out. Sunday at 7:30 will be our next stream. I'm hoping it starts at 7:30. I can't be here during the day. Usually we stream Sundays at like 12 or 1. So I'm going to have to do 7:30 at night. We'll play it then. Let's see who's online. We'll rate them. Oh, and of course, Braxton Wise. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Appreciate it. If I forgot anybody else, I apologize. Thank you for being here, especially if you're lurking. Who's online? Actually, DRS, I don't know what he's playing, but we're going to raid DRS 43 tonight. Check him out. Night, everyone.